enjoy those. Let's try another one. We'll kick it up to 6 next time. Well, there's that. We'll kick it up to 6 next time because just so more people can hop in. I mean, honestly, it's not that complicated. Just so people can other people can actually play. If people choose not to join, then that's fine. But when I see that the same 3 people pop in twice in a row instantly, I always like to... Yep, somebody took those tiles at probably a reasonable time, actually. That'll likely work out pretty well for them. I should actually look at what tiles are available this game, which don't seem to be great, honestly. I don't really want to use any of these, truth be told.
Acceptable location has been
Alright, I don't actually even know the button for this, and I didn't really check what aluminum was available nearby. So we're just trying this, and we're going to see if it works. 3 robots and a scavenger this game. How ridiculous is that? So he's going to try and make use of the silicon carbon adjacency over here. It could work out well for him. Me, I don't actually know how to play this setup. So we'll see how that goes for me. These guys are all making steel already, so I might wait for that price to come down. Herbert's off to a flying start because he found it at a reasonable time for these tiles. He also went for the correct tiles. Even if it was a bit of an awkward found, it should work out okay for him. I'm just going to sit here and make money. Which I'm not really doing a bad job of, actually. It's not that difficult, apparently, to sit here and make money when you go power. I don't know what to go after this, but that was pretty easy to start with. I could grab these, probably not worthwhile. 3 claims left over. I've got aluminum coming in already. I could grab some water. This scavenger's already getting this water. I could grab this water. No, this robot's getting this water, it looks like. At least I think that's headed for the water. It's hard to say. Don't want that. No interest. Yeah, it's... No, it hit the geo. It's not hitting the water. Okay, I'll take the water then. It's an okay water. It's not fantastic, but it'll work. Especially if I just want 1 water. Let's see. And I'm tempted to take these just because it keeps other people away from them. I don't know if that's a good enough reason, though. Actually, I have no idea how to play this from here. Farms don't seem good. I mean, man. Everything feels bad with all these robots on the field that aren't consuming resources. It just makes everything feel useless. I'm not making money on power right now, which should be no surprise. I mean, chems, I could start making chems. I could start making glass even for just a moment. And it would be worth something. I never actually put the water pump down. Come on, let's get on that. Let's just make some steel then. It consumes a lot of power, which is why I don't want to do it. I'm going to have to keep it... Yeah, it consumes too much power. It's just not worthwhile from what I can tell. Not if I'm going for this power play. All these energy costs are so insane. It's like I can't actually put any buildings down. I mean, I could start gathering up some silicon and just have a supply of it ready to go, I guess. But I don't even know what's going to become good, you know? Not in a game with 3 robots. I don't know how to figure that out, even. That's worthless because of power. That's worthless because of power. I guess we'll go into farms because they're low power cost and they are starting to become semi-valuable. EMP is available. Mutiny is available. I guess I could grab something aggressive. Somebody doesn't have a geotherm protected. And somebody does. And I think that not somebody... Oh, it's hard to tell. I'm just so far behind at this point. I don't know if I can even figure this all out. Let's see. 8,000, 16. Like, Herbert is so far ahead of everyone. Alright, starting to push to HQ3 here.
New directives received and
Another geo auction. Not really what I want to be seeing, but whatever. Okay, the food is doing fine now. Now that water has started coming in, the food's doing okay. Steel might even be usable for a moment. Glass we could maybe put down 2 of, but this is a glass furnace, so I'm not doing that. I could grab this carbon tile, I suppose. Let's see. I guess I could add to the farm? I can go into extra power, but power's not doing so hot. Other people already have like a geo there, and then a geo there. So that's plenty of power down for most of them. You can see power is actually dropping through the night. So adding to power doesn't make any sense. I guess I could just go another farm, and then what?
The black market is online.
Not really a chem lab. Kind of an electrolysis reactor? Seriously? I sent that out so long ago. Come on. Fine, I'll take the bad one then. Or I can just ignore it because everybody has carbon coming in. Literally everybody except me. So maybe I just ignore it. This is 3 glass furnaces. I wanted glass. I wanted to use glass. Then I saw 3 glass furnaces coming down. I should have done it anyway. Because it's actually really pretty good. I'm just going to do this. It's going to get me retaliated against, probably, but it's worth a shot, I suppose. Goons are already 10k. Yeah, I just feel very behind. I just didn't... There was like one spot to found this game, honestly, and it was right here, and I didn't pull the trigger fast enough, and then the game was over. To be honest, that's my opinion of this particular game and how it's going to go down. Okay. 27,000 is what I need to get that upgrade. I'm at about 23, 24. We're pushing there. Without too much trouble, actually. Well, yeah, now it just jumped up, though, because steel jumped up, it looks like. Steel's up to 93. I could actually have some steel down right now pretty easily. I'm going to stop auto-selling power. I could even get out of power. I can rotate, where these guys can't rotate very easily. I can just stop trying to make money in power if I want to. Shoot. Oh, come on, I'm so close. Just give it to me, please.
New directives received and confirmed. Replicators online. Upgrade in progress. Stand by.
If I don't need to make money in power anymore, then I can put down steel without too much trouble. And I can take auctions. I would take that for 6. That would be kind of nice. Somebody made a killing on steel just now. Looks like it was Clark over here trying to... He sold steel is what it looks like based on the amount of money he's sitting on, but that just means he's not upgrading. And he's behind. He's only HQ 3. I don't know if that's going to pan out for him very well, honestly. These guys, I can go ahead and get rid of these, I suppose. Move into what? Electronics are kind of okay. Chems are kind of okay. There's a lot of stuff that's like, it's you know? There's a lot of going on right now.
Robotic colony expanded.
I could have just put down more glass, but I'm expecting that to kind of tank before too long. So I kind of want to start moving away from it. Come on, get operational steel. There you go. See, now we upgraded, and the steel just skyrocketed back up. Exactly as one would expect it to. I'll grab a mutiny or something. I should grab something off the black market. Maybe an EMP would be okay. Food's got to be doing terrible. Losing all kinds of cash right now. Let's see. It's very interesting playing a game with a bunch of high-level players that are actually paying attention. That guy's just so far away. I don't even have claims right now, so I don't know why I'm bothering looking at all that. I don't know why I'm selling electronics when I need them to upgrade. I should try and hold on to at least 40 the whole time. And I guess I'm just sitting here waiting on steel and waiting on Herbert to just walk on over and win the game. Offworlds are better this game. By a fair amount. Let's see. Steel's got to be getting bad soon. Food's so much better. I can actually turn it on. Look at that steel cost on upgrading, though. 29,000, even though I have 200 steel to go, basically. 29,000 to finish it off. Let's go ahead and get these down. I expected electronics to start doing all right at some point, basically because, well, there are 3 robots in the game, right? It's not that complicated, to be honest. We'll try and make steel while we can.
Colony expanded.
I can turn this back on, because when I get into power, it'll be worth something again. These are bad again. Yeah, they're just bad again. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Just keep going. Just keep making me steel. That's all I need from you. It's more steel. Circuit overload. Double power consumption of all affected buildings. Nobody cares. There was also no sound effect there. Kind of weird. Alright, I don't really want to sell electronics until I absolutely have to upgrade. Is the spot that I'm in right now. I don't want to encourage anybody else to grab them up for cheap, basically. I think I'm about there, though. There. There's the upgrade. 5 claims remaining. Still no iron for myself, so everybody else is going to be making a killing momentarily. Do I just grab more water? I don't really want to. But I might have to. Slant drilling's already gone. I can grab a patent lab, I suppose. Sell down some aluminum, because I'm sitting on a boatload of that. Shortage on steel, so I guess I'll leave this online for a moment. And then I'm going to need to work on getting out of it, and I think back into power. Paying attention to that, it's coming close to $100, so... Alright, we'll sell. Just sell, sell, sell. Get them shut off. Solar panels. Nothing too complicated about what's going down right now, obviously. Ah, man, I don't want to take more water. I don't want to commit that many claims to water right now. I really don't. I want to commit my claims somewhere else. I want to be making something like chems, I think. Turn those back on. I should be paying more attention to those as time goes on. Get some chem labs down. Let's drop a goon right there. He's halfway to being able to buy us. How ridiculous is that? Thinking machine's already gone. Oh, man, I could grab carbon scrubbing, but so many people have carbon, it just seems silly. I kind of wanted an off-world market, but those are a wee bit expensive, let's say. Just a little bit expensive. Honestly, like, Herbert's already at the off-world. It's functional. It's goon squatted. You could attack it with things like EMPs and slowdown strikes, but that's a guaranteed way to lose yourself the game, basically, right? The play is almost like the only play is basically manage to buy Asimov. Somehow. How? I don't know. Alright, superconductor's coming in. Unfortunately, it's coming in as night hits. So that's not particularly useful? Really? It's just not what we're looking for? Clark has all kinds of cash, mostly because of this iron, I think. Like, look at that iron profit. He's pushed to another off-world. Iron just went so nuts this game. Which I know was mostly my fault for making steel without having iron come in, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. I don't really want cold fusion. Or do I? Do I? No, I don't really want cold fusion. Virtual reality is bad. Energy vaults, whatever. It's usable. It's just kind of eh. Teleportation doesn't really matter. I got superconductor. I wanted carbon scrubbing, nanotech, thinking machines, stuff like that. But I got beat to it. And that's really all there is to it. I just got beat. What can you do when you just get beat to things? Let's go ahead and use these last 2 claims. Throw down a little extra food. I could try and get into reactors. I've been nervous about that the whole time. These chem labs are losing untold amounts of money. Just ridiculous. There's just not a lot going on for us. Like, Herbert is just running away with the entire game. There's really no contesting this, as far as I can tell. I could try and get creative with prices. Like, this guy just shorted food massively. So I know he's sitting on a lot of it, so I'm just going to sell down throughout, because I don't have any. And it's going to spike back down momentarily, is what it looked like. There it is, back down to 89. I can put an Offworld down. I can get that done, and then I can start buying my own stock. And I could maybe push into some steel production instead of what? Instead of power, for example, because man, did I kill that fast. And now I can start buying my own stock. But Herbert's already after Asimov. The rest of us have just been lagging behind the entire time. And, like, I can attack him, I guess. It doesn't really do much because he's goon squatted. I have to break through that first. Which is going to get me hit with an EMP, of course. Steel's making money again, which is nice. Clark is going for the upgrades, which might work out for him, given that he's got this Offworld down. I don't really see it, though. I don't really see it. I really hate these tiles, by the way. I just want to point that out. I really hate these tiles right here. No, I hit the bid button. Come on, don't do that to me. Kind of wanted that, given I'm not making money on power right now. Asimov has managed to push to 2 Offworlds being constructed. No real big surprise with everybody collecting carbon this game. It's been a hair expensive at times, but not consistently. So it should work out okay for him. I don't know what to do with this one. I could try and just sit in my corner and push to another Offworld and hope that I'm not bought out for no reason, you know, just because I'm easy to buy. There's actually a really good reason to buy me. I shouldn't say for no reason. Get out of these, I guess. No, that's being shorted, so it's probably lying to me about what the price actually is. And it's probably going to tank back down momentarily. It's still good, though. I mean, it's still a good price, even after that. So maybe it's alright. Herbert, halfway to being able to buy us. It's wonderful. Steel. Yeah, steel's not so hot anymore. Food's not so hot. Electrolysis not doing great. At least there's money to be made. I just can't be the one making it.
Offworld shipment launched. Look at all the money.
I probably should have taken this water instead of this water. I thought one water I could maybe get away with. That was not the case this game, unfortunately. Not this time. Still most of the way to being bought. But these two have to go after each other, I think, pretty much. So maybe it's okay. Yep. That's done. Alright. Herbert's going to run away with it from here. I mean, I called that like a year ago, right? And I guess I can put in some work to trying to shut him down, but... Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Electrolysis, you are losing massive amounts of money. There's a dust storm on the way, so I'm not throwing down power yet. I guess I could anyway. It's kind of expensive, though. 9,000 per. This glass is losing me money like crazy. Who had nanotech this game? Was it Herbert? Was it actually Herbert? Yeah, Herbert, or sorry, Clark had nanotech, so maybe he's still in it with nanotech. He can rotate through things a lot better. He can kill me off before too long pretty easily. He'll be able to do that. I mean, without too much trouble whatsoever, honestly. I should really be sending fuel instead of food right now. There, that'll help. But Clark may just be trying to push all the way to Herbert. I don't see that working. I still don't see anybody really competing and winning at this stage. Clark's primary advantage was his control of water, but now Herbert can pretty easily take that away if he just decides to build a patent lab and get slant drilling. So I don't really see his edge beyond nanotech, and I don't see how he can abuse that effectively to actually get anything done. Herbert's just going to be buying into my stock. I don't know what Clark's doing this whole time. He's just sitting on this pile of cash, not actually doing anything with it, and it doesn't make any sense to me. What can I actually do with these tiles? I've had so much trouble deciding what to actually put down as a building, because it doesn't feel like anything is good. Like, everything's just kind of It doesn't actually make money. Except for silicon, I guess. I can put down some more silicon, because my silicon's getting frozen. But the fact is, I didn't have control of water at all this game. And water went way more out of control than I expected it to. And that was really painful. Herbert, he didn't have to care about that, right? He didn't care about water because he was just sitting in his corner like, I have the best tiles, I found it super early, I'm going to kill all of you. That was Herbert's game plan. It was actually that straightforward. Well, I guess I could put a glass furnace down here. But I'll be honest, I just don't know how to make this general game plan work. Clark's making money pretty effectively. He's going to have 4 Offworlds. Maybe he can get something done with it. Were these not chain sending? Whatever. Just auto send them now because it doesn't matter. Pay down debt, try and hold on. But as you can see, I mean, Clark's going to make the purchase, and then it's going to be 3 Offworlds to 4 in favor of Clark, which is nice for him. I guess I could do some of that, try and hold on a little while longer to the guy who's killing me. Herbert, okay, and the reason it's 3 to 4, it looks like one of Herbert's is taken away from him with a mutiny, maybe? For a moment, it was? No, it's back now. He just has 3. I don't know why he hasn't built a 4th yet. It would guarantee him the game pretty easily. Just allow very, very few ins. I am worried for him that Clark maybe has been sitting on that research too long, which I've never felt open to being able to do. The research, I've just felt behind literally all game. From start to finish, I've just never seen an edge. Oh, we got a couple off-world shipments, which is something, right? Send more fuel, I guess. Make sure all these are online. Well, they're frozen, but whatever. These aren't really doing anything for me. The silicon's not very good anymore. Let's see. Get back into steel for a moment, I suppose. This guy's not even collecting iron. This guy is, though. And he's making steel. Alright, Clark hit the 100%. He'll likely go for the buy. I honestly don't see him finishing the game out, though. Maybe he could just push for Herbert instead. Maybe he can make that push to Herbert, but I don't see that happening either. Herbert's not that far behind him in cash. He's a little ways behind, but he's not that far behind. Only about 100,000, it looks like, once the off-worlds have kind of evened out. And so Clark's making this push to finish Herbert, but Herbert has all kinds of debt to pay off, so he can kind of extend things more and more and more. Maybe Clark will pull it off. Maybe Herbert will make a misstep. Maybe he'll stumble. And Clark will be able to make this game plan happen. But I don't see it happening, and I don't think it should happen if Herbert just plays it out well. Go there. Sure, why not? Fuel is still auto-launching, which it really shouldn't be. Send a couple oxygens afterward. Sure, why not? And I'm just sitting in my corner as a spectator waiting for these two to decide if one of them needs to purchase me, which basically heralds that they lose. Perfect timing on that power. Right as night hit. There's not much to say. I'm just gonna sit here until somebody kills me. I'm gonna watch these numbers go up. Clark is pulling ahead pretty spectacularly. 900 to about 700 over here. Maybe that was just mistimings on the off-worlds. You can see these off-world launches, it's really hard to keep track of, but it's the upgrades really paying off for him. All this oxygen and fuel and just enough water coming in that he's kind of managing to sustain it. Herbert, on the other hand, huge mistake over here, in my opinion, for Herbert, right? Huge mistake, absolutely ridiculous that he would make it, is that this patent lab doesn't have slant drilling yet. This whole time, this patent lab hasn't had slant drilling. You just throw it on patent lab, you pick up slant drilling. Look at this. Look at how ridiculous this is. This guy's pulling in 5.25 water a second. These guys would also be pulling in 5.25 water a second. That's what? How much money is that actually? Like $2,000 a second per tile over here? How insane is that? How ridiculous is that? Herbert would have already like caught up and passed Clark in cash, and this wouldn't even be a competition. Herbert buys me. That indicates to me Clark's actually going to take it. I think Herbert might have made too many mistakes in the late game. 800,000 is what he has to make up right now. He actually just picked up teleportation instead of slant drilling. I really, once again, I don't agree with that. Not with the way water's been this game. Now, he does have 5 off-worlds instead of 2. But 95% is what that says, I think. Which means this is just about over. He doesn't have any more room to maneuver. Another launch or 2, and Cubit's just going to kill him. Big mistakes in the late game, I think, out of Blues took him down. Even just something as simple as picking up slant drilling would have made a huge difference. And I think, honestly, though, the biggest factor was going to be if we just go to tech, I imagine what happens if we look here. Cubit's on 19.
Off-world shipment launched.
8.
Look at all the money.
8 for Blues. Just not enough tech. The wrong patents. Not abusing the patents that he claimed. Like, he just didn't make a good job of using Year-End's territory. He just didn't do a good job of making use of it. At all. Not even a little bit. Like, these aren't even aluminum right now. You can just see all the little details that are really easy to pick out when you're watching and really difficult to keep track of when you're playing in a lot of ways. Like, these are useless right now. These could be reactors. The labs are running. They are functional. But realistically, and he is still alive, but he's done paying down debt, and he's still staring at that 97%. He's only up to 60 himself. I just don't see it happening. Cubit's basically just sitting here waiting for these launches to go down. And Blues can't stop them indefinitely. And as Blues is using these off-worlds up, as he's doing these launches of his own right now, like, he's launching things that Cubit is making to actually make money. So it's all just not going to pan out. Cubit's got enough. He just has to actually notice the red button. And that's going to do it. So Cubit ends up taking it. Blues, I don't think playing out the late game well at all, just killed him. He got an extra colony, and then he just didn't make any use of that fact whatsoever. It was like 1 extra off-world is what he got out of it, basically. And that was it. It was 1 extra off-world. That's nothing. Whereas Cubit was just sitting here like, hey, look, tech. Hey, look, tech. Hey, look, tech. Hey, look, tech. The whole time. The whole time. And I was just sitting there dead in the corner, like, able to do nothing literally all game long. From start to finish. But I've never done the power thing before. I thought we'd try it out on this ridiculous map when there were tiles I didn't want, or the tiles that I wanted got taken away anyways. It was a good finish by Cubit. It just shows you the value of tech. It's the only reason he won that game is tech. That's it. It's just tech, guys. It was 200,000 per tile. I still say if if Blues had just gotten slant drilling, I think that game would have ended immediately. If he had shut down like this instead of attacking anywhere else on this map, if he had shut down these, it would have helped a lot too. Maybe just try and drive that water price up, make it so Cubit can't use these as effectively back when he didn't have as much tech. There were options. There were options, but none of them were utilized.